What's happening, people? Welcome to the United Stand. It's Derby Day. It is Derby Day. We are on our way up to the Etihad. Hopefully the stadium will be full today because Man United's making a short trip across Manchester for the Derby Day, man. I mean, it's one of them games where in form, you know, it looks like City should win and win comfortably, but it's a derby game and absolutely anything can happen. Anything can happen. We saw last year we should have lost that game by about 3 or 4 goals by half time, but we didn't, and we end up coming back. And why can't we do the same? Yes, City are just as confident as last year, doing the same thing, winning every game by big margins, but this is football. And you know, I just think that never say die attitude that we've got at the moment can help us, man. I mean, there's talks that maybe Pogba's not starting, but I think that's maybe a bit of mind games or maybe a late fitness test as well. But we can't just base the whole thing around Pogba. If he's not there, we just got to roll our sleeves up, pull our socks up, and get stuck in. It's a derby day, man. I'm here with Rants. He's here. We're on our way. Rants, what are you saying? What are you saying about the game?
Well, I don't know. I think it very much depends on what 11 we start, innit? Like, if we start Alexis up top again and Pogba's fit, I think we have a chance of an upset, honestly. Like, if Pogba is out, which I doubt, I think it's Mourinho mind games. If Pogba's out, then our midfield lacks a lot of creativity.
Who do you think should come in if he's out?
I reckon he's going to bring Fellaini, and he always does. Fellaini's his guy, innit? Like, if Fellaini starts ahead of Pogba, I think we're toast, innit? For the simple fact that creatively, like, who's going to get the ball to Sanchez and Martial for them to do the business? So, like, I think a lot hinges on Pogba, man. A lot hinges on his fitness. But if he's fit, I think we're going to leave with something today. What
sort of plan do you reckon we got to have for Sterling? Obviously, they've got players galore. Yeah. So no matter who plays, but he's obviously in really good form. And we just got to do our thing. Like, I just think, just play our game. Don't have a specific plan for specific players. If we can try and play on the front foot, especially, the key is starting the game well. Like, even the first sort of 15-20 minutes against Juventus was actually alright. Yeah. You know what I mean? Especially the first 15 leading into a half an hour, but then after the half an hour we started kind of taking our foot off the gas. But if we can, you know, I say silence their crowd, but do you know what I mean? If we can not give them too much confidence by not getting peppered, loads of shots, mistakes, do you know what I'm saying? And just keep the ball for the first 15 and ease our way into the game, I think that gives us the basis to actually, you know what I mean? Yeah. Have a positive result.
Yeah, 100%. We can't start defensively. If we start defensively, trying to soak up the pressure and hit them on a break, we'll concede, innit? It's that simple. We can't sit back and allow them to just have it their own way, like what we did against Chelsea. If we start like that, or start how we started the first leg against Juventus, it's going to be a long afternoon, innit? Like, in terms of Sterling, I wouldn't give him any extra attention, bruv. Like, you just have to trust Luke Shaw on him. Do you know what I mean? Like, just have to trust him. I think that Luke Shaw's in decent enough form that he should be able to go head to head with him, really.
You see, like with Fred as well, he hasn't been playing a lot and his form's been a bit up and down, but he hasn't been given a run to get good form. Similar to Lindelof earlier in the season, his form was bad, but that was because he was in out, fucking doing the hokey cokey. But with Fred, do you feel like even if he was like, this could be like too big a game for him, like, because he hasn't played in this type of game, it might be the wrong game to try and get him going? Or do you think someone like him could rise to the occasion, and if he needs to play him?
He's a footballer, innit? Like, I think he can play, and because City's a footballing team, they don't have a big physical midfield. You know what I mean? If David Silva can play in there at his size, Fred can play in there at his size. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's anything to do with the size of the game, man. Like, the guy was in the World Cup squad for Brazil, like, do you know what I mean? So it's not like he's not been in and around big games, man. So I just think he needs a run of games. This game won't be the one that Jose trusts him. Do you know what
you just can't see that, can he? He's going to go with Matic.
Jose's a very much a tried and trusted kind of guy, innit? So he's definitely going to go for Matic, Fellaini and Herrera if Pogba's not fit. Like, hopefully Pogba is fit.
Yeah, I really hope he's fit, man, because we need that creativity. But like I was saying, man, like, it's a derby game. Like, all things about form and what should happen and all that, it kind of like goes out the window. It's like, it's anything can happen, anything. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we get piped 4-0, but I wouldn't be surprised if we won 2-1 or 3-2, or do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So look, again, like I said with the Juventus game, I would have bitten people's hands off for 2 draws in this.
Yeah.
That means I was saying I wanted 2 points maximum out of these 2 games. We've already got 3.
Yeah.
Now this ain't a free shot in the dark, so if we lose it doesn't matter. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
But I would take a draw. Obviously, I want to be proved wrong, and I want to be running on the pitch and trying and taking over the Etihad. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But I would take a draw. Yeah. Would you take a draw?
Bro, of course. I'll take a draw right now. Fam.
Right now, offered it to
right
me.
Now, if they offered it to me, I wouldn't even risk it trying to get the W. I'd take the draw, bro.
But ain't there a sense of like, because we've been coming back and fighting and showing a little bit of spirit, Jose's like got a bit of swagger back. Yeah. Starting to piss people off again, which is like what I remember. I saw you tweeted like you're here for that. Like that's the Jose we want. Ain't there a bit of you that's like, nah, but like come on, let's go and slap these. Like
I don't know. Jose's always been pissing people off, but now he's pissing people off outside of our club. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Which is good, innit? Like I'm here for that. Like I'm 100% behind him winding up the opposition, and whether it's the players, the managers, the fans, that's what he's here for, innit? That siege mentality. Instead of winding up people in our own dressing room, do you know what I mean? And firing shots at the board and Ed Woodward, like we ain't got time for that. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. This is probably the most united we've been in a while, innit? So
and that's not even like full on 90-minute performance levels. That's just like the fight in periods, attacking, like, I mean, last minute goals. We still haven't got the full package in terms of like people bombing on down the wings, free flowing football, scoring loads of goals. But we've brought ourselves back around the corner when it looked like loss after loss. Where's the next win going to come from? We've managed to get a bit of confidence from somewhere, even though it's been lucky along the way and all that.
That will come though. Like the big away games. Like I'm very much cool with us taking a more defensive, cautious approach. That's fine, innit? It's the games against the smaller teams that we should be absolutely battering, that we pay way too much respect to. That's what I don't like about the Jose setup in those games. In these kind of games, I trust him in these games, bruv. Like this is where he made his reputation of like going to places he shouldn't win and getting W's. Like, that's what he's known for, innit? It's when we go to places that we should win, and you're worried about West Ham's and you're worried about Brighton's and that. That's always been my issue. So today, I think this is a game that he will be looking forward to. He likes playing in these kind of games, Jose. Do you know what I mean?
He's a bit exactly, and you can just. You wouldn't be too far off seeing him on the centre circle, sort of
but this is it,
looking at
like,
the City fans, give it like.
Jose's a manager, that's got a chip on his shoulder, innit? And he's one of them guys, like, he's always out trying to prove people wrong, innit? Like, that's just how he is. Like, it's always the world's against him kind of thing. So these kind of games, this is what he thrives on, innit? Like, the underdog thing. But we're Manchester United, bruv. Like, we're not underdogs, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need an underdog mentality ever at this club because, like, we're the biggest club in the world. So, like, I just think we need to be more positive today, just like we were against Juventus. The reason why we beat Juventus, not because we were better than them, because they battered us. The reason why we beat them is because we went for it.
And they believed.
Yeah, but we went for it, bro, because in the first leg, we sat back and we didn't go for it. We just said, you know what, we're going to just try and contain these lot.
And stay in the game.
Exactly. Whereas this game, we were like, we're going to try and contain them. But when we get an opportunity, we're going to go for them. And if we didn't have that mentality, the game would have petered out 1-0. Because we easily could have lost 4-5-0. But the game petered out. They hit the woodwork like 3 times. And what's his name? Cuadrado's miss was embarrassing.
It's madness, isn't it? Like, we blazed it over from like 6.
We could have easily got peppered in that game. So I think if we go with the same mentality that we played against Juventus and try and hurt them, and then Jose makes the right changes from the bench. If he wants to bring on Fellaini, because Fellaini is a handful or whatever, or Mata to come on later, like, I think we could definitely get something in it. But I think it's important not to concede early.
If that happens, the floodgates could open. Especially when we concede, we're usually so nervous afterwards as well.
But this is it.
I mean, I know we did alright against Juventus, like obviously to come back, but even against Bournemouth, the immediate moments after we score, we were always shaky. Like we lose the ball pretty much straight away, then the opposition's back down in our half again, and then on a different day you concede again quickly again, and it's 2, and then you're out the game. So I'm trying to like be optimistic in terms of not focusing too much on. We haven't played very well in the last couple of games, but we've got the W. So there are bad points about them performances in terms of not starting well against Bournemouth. You know, luckily they didn't take their chances, and the same against City. And there is an element of, you can't, like Jose, to be fair to him, did say we can't keep starting badly because he said there's going to be a time where we can't come back. He said it. He said great mentality. fighting, all of this stuff, but can't always come back. And he's right. I rate him for that, at least. So look, predictions. Let's wrap this up. Predictions. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 2-1 win.
Man, like flex,
I'm gonna go 2-1 win. I don't know if it's because I'm gassed because I'm driving up here and I'm feeling it.
So,
but
bro. I'm gonna go 2-2, bro, because I think both teams are gonna score more than once. I feel like both teams are gonna score more than one goal, bro. I just think just the passion, the occasion, and the run of form as well, bro. Like we got City, Liverpool, and Chelsea still unbeaten. I don't know. One of them have to catch a fade soon, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
One of them have to, innit? But I don't think it'll be City today, man. I think 2-2, bro. Which
2-2. Like I said, I'll take a draw, and realistically, it's probably with my heart saying 2-1 win.
Yeah.
If I'm honest, it's my heart saying that. If I think with my head, I'd sensibly predict a draw. But I feel like being optimistic today. I feel like being stupidly optimistic. Why not? Why can't we beat them? So that's what we think, guys. Let us know what you lot think in the comments below. Like and share the video, and hopefully, man, we get this win. Hopefully, and we get something out of the game. Even if we don't get the win, just don't lose. Just don't lose, guys. We'll see you after the game with the fan cams as well. Laters.